Hi everybody, Ed here, and I just want to spend a few minutes before we get cracking in this year's challenge just going through what we call the disclaimer video. So we want to be completely upfront with you about all aspects of the challenge because people ask very legitimate questions. Why are you doing this? Is this out of the goodness of your own heart? Is this a trap? Is it a cult? Are you going to ask me to export drugs through little balloons inserted in places where the sun don't shine? No, but we do want to be completely upfront with that because this is a business. There's no question about that. We don't shy away from that, but we do want to outline the boundaries. Okay, so in this video, let's look at the very first thing that you need to understand, that anything that we ask you to use, any of the tools that we use, are provided by outside partners. They're not specifically tools that we create because we don't have that expertise, so we try to find the best tools possible. They're the tools we use every single day. Now, for us to use their tools in the challenge, then they have to agree to a few things to do that, so it's fair and equitable to everybody. First of all, for the duration of the challenge, for when you need that tool, it will be available to you for free with no strings attached and no sort of handicap or disclaimer. Pardon me. Very good to get a frog in my throat right now. So it's very important to understand that there's no functionality that's held back, nothing that you need to do. There's nothing that you need to pay for, okay? So when you need to use a tool, for example, like Market Samurai, it will be available for you free, okay? That's a very important thing. Now, should you at some point in time decide to buy that piece of software or that service, then yes, we'll get some money, thank goodness. That's how commerce works. It's awesome. No, but in all seriousness, we will get paid. We'll get an affiliate fee. Okay, so just so that we are completely clear on that. Of course, and again, I emphasize, during the challenge, there's no point you'll be forced to buy something, or that, oh gee, to complete this you need to buy X. Just not going to happen. It's not how we work and operate. So I just wanted to be totally clear with that. Now, in terms of the big question that obviously people ask is, well, what am I going to have to spend? You say it's free, but is it really free? Nothing is really free. And you know what? You are right. There are two things that you will need to spend $10 on. Both of them are $10. One's hosting for your website. Your website needs a home, and it needs to be your home, because we used to do it so that you used to use other people's hosting, but you got none of the benefits of search engine ranking or any of those sorts of things when it wasn't your own host. The other reason that we recommend your own hosting now is that should you decide to sell the site, you've got an asset. It's yours. You can sell it. It's like a plot of land. And at $10, I'm sorry, but you have to pay, $10 or so for the hosting. The other thing is a domain name. You need an address. Everything on the internet, just like we are challenge.co, every place on the internet has an address. And more importantly, the type of address you choose is very important, as you're about to learn. And that does mean you have to spend somewhere between $8 or $10. We don't force you to buy at any particular place. It's totally up to you. We have some recommendations, and should you choose those recommendations, yes, we will get a fee, but let me tell you, that's nothing to write home about. But we will get some form of compensation, but it's completely open. It's up to you. Wherever you want to buy your domain name or get your hosting, up to you. Okay, so they're the two things. And just quickly on that point, that's where you eBay an old piece of gear or something if you need to get that money. But that's the only time during the entire challenge you'll need to actually hand over any sort of cash. Okay, so fair enough. That's that. Now, it's also important for you to understand, and I mean this is relatively obvious, but I should say it for completeness, is that, look, we make no claims, no representations about you making money out of this whole process or getting any sort of result whatsoever. I mean, duh. I mean, we talk about our goal, hopefully, is to make $1. So it's not like we're one of these mobs that are getting you to, hey, you'll make 10 grand here or 20 grand here. We're about starting the foundations of a business and testing whether a business is viable. That's all that we do here. And so, of course, we can't make any claims. I don't know how hard you're going to work. I don't know what market you're going to pick. I don't know anything. Literally, some may argue. Why are you laughing? So, you know, we can't make any claims because I don't know you personally. You know, all I can do is get you to follow the process. And in following a process, that indeed has its own reward. What that reward is, who knows? I certainly don't. Mind you, if it's like Tats Lotto style numbers or big lottery win type stuff, if you want to send cash our way, we'll pretend to put up a struggle for a second and then we'll gratefully accept it. Now, what else do we need to tell you guys about? Okay, and let's wrap this up. And this is a very important thing, and it is a change from other years because of the nature of the challenge has changed so fundamentally different. To give you a little tiny bit of history. Of course, in past years, the challenge has been 30 days, hence, well, actually 31 days, but that's another story, 30-day challenge. Just work with me on this. Now, what we did was we literally put a ban on any promotions whatsoever by us and our partners because it was 30 days. We figure, you know, we'll try to mercilessly make money off you, you know, 11 out of the 12 months of the year. You know, we would do that. That's totally fine. Of course, with the nature of the 7-7-7, 7 modules, 7 days and the 7 day break, we can't not promote things that we think are relevant to the veterans among you who are internet marketers and promoting online businesses, and there are tools and so on that it would be remiss of us not to let you guys know about during that period of time, because it's a lot longer than 30 days, obviously. So to that end, what we will do is that we will very, very clearly mark out any of these promotions during the live challenge period as, funnily enough, promotions. I mean, duh, it looks pretty obvious, but we'll be absolutely crystal clear about that promotion. Okay, look, if you're just starting out, you don't need to buy a thing, okay? The challenge will provide you everything you need to get started. These promotions are more for our veteran members, people who've been with us for years. And it's important for us to let you guys know about what's coming out, new products, new services, and so on. So we will do that, and our partners will do that during the course of the challenge, but our commitment to you is that we will always mark those very clearly. So if you are just doing the challenge and you're just starting out, you'll know it's used, and you can very safely ignore it. Please ignore it. Now, of course, if that's a problem for you, there is an unsubscribe button on every single email and communication that we send out. We are completely CAN-SPAM compliant, and all you have to do, and please, I beg you to do so, just hit the button at the bottom of the email and you'll never hear from us again. It's that simple. Okay, so that's the deal. Okay, we are going to give you the best possible training we can give. Okay, there is no punches. I know you probably don't even believe me at this point, but we've been now about to start our 6th year, and just ask anybody who's been around. The training you're about to get for free, without obligation, is world class. And in return for that, from time to time, we may well promote something that we think is good. We're not going to push rubbish onto you guys. That would be stupid. That would be cutting our nose to spite our face. And it's just because typically we try to reduce the confusion in past years by not promoting it all during the challenge, but because of the way it works, we can't not afford to do that. We would be doing a disservice to our past year's clients by not letting them know about these products or services that can help their business. If you're just starting out, please just ignore it, and it'll be cool. Everybody will be cool. You'll get your challenge emails to let you know when there's new content, and everything will be fine, and everything will be clearly marked out. Is that fair? I hope so, because the journey you're about to embark upon is the best possible training that we know how, the best possible techniques, the best possible strategies. Nothing is held back. There you have it. That's our disclaimer for the challenge in 2010, and I hope you feel it's fair. I mean, we think it's fair, but of course we would. As long as, as long as you feel it's fair too. Anyway, get ready, we're about to get started, and I hope we've been crystal clear in terms of all of the disclaimer-ish type of stuff that we need to disclaimer on this disclaimer video.